Are you from a French-speaking country? Are you from a non-French-speaking country but you can speak French? Then stop everything you are doing at this time and watch this video to the very end, because the government of Canada needs you. On the 15th of June 2023, the Immigration Minister, Sean Fraser, announced or had a modification or made an announcement to this particular pathway I'm about to tell you about. And it's so interesting because he has made it very easy for people who speak French or who are from a French-speaking country to immigrate into Canada. Prior to now, most of the immigration pathways that we've known or we've seen were particularly favoring the English-speaking folks. But this particular modification was done, I feel that this particular modification was done to aid or to help or enable the Francophone people from the Francophone countries to be able to migrate into Canada and to be able to integrate in the system. Okay, that is why he announced this new change. Where you will find a strong French community in Canada is normally Quebec and maybe New Brunswick. You have a few people who speak French in New Brunswick. Aside from that, overall, you mostly not find people who speak French all across the provinces in Canada. Now, this program has been in existence for a while, but the modification is what has made it very easy. Okay, before now, the program was tailored or focused on highly skilled individuals, okay? People who have high education or highly skilled, who are highly skilled. But right now, he has made it very easy for every other person who can speak French, who has a French background, to be able to come into Canada as long as you can meet the requirements. I'm going to be stating out the requirements and I'm going to be telling you who can apply. Now, the juiciest part of the whole thing is that there is no need for LMIA. You can actually come in to get a job offer in Canada, get a work permit in Canada without an LMIA. LMIA is labor market impact assessment. A lot of people know, or a lot of us know that the LMIA document is not easy to get, because the employers need to go through rigorous steps to get this LMIA document. So most times they do not even want to bother. And aside from that, the cost of getting the LMIA document, every employer who needs an LMIA for an employee needs to pay at least $1,000 to the government. Okay, but in this particular case, all the employer needs to pay is $230. So you can see that this is actually going to be more easier or more preferable to employers in Canada than the LMIA route. So guys, there is no LMIA. It means that you can get a work permit in Canada and do not need an LMIA, guys. It's going to be easier. And aside from that, to give you an opportunity to get Canadian work experience, okay? Because if you work in Canada for 1 year, it means you automatically have Canadian work experience that can enable you to apply for permanent residency. So this is an opportunity for you to become a permanent resident after you might have worked for 1 year in Canada through this route. One thing I want you to know is that this program has just been modified for 2 years. So you need to take your chance. You need to take this very important step and start doing your application, start doing your research. It's just for 2 years, okay? So guys, don't sleep on this. Take action right now. So who is qualified to apply for this program? Anyone who is from a Francophone background, someone who is from a French background or a French-speaking country and can prove that he understands French by taking the French test. Not just taking the French test, but also passing the French test. Now, the second person that can apply or who is qualified under this route is anyone who has a French education, one who in his country you had your education in French and you can prove this with your certificate or anything to show, okay? The third person is anyone who understands French and has a good command of the French language and can prove this as well by taking a language test. These are the people that can apply for this route, okay? So now, the next thing you want to know is, how do I proceed? What do I do next after I must have passed this first condition? The first thing is to get a job offer from any Canadian employer, okay? You need to reach out to employers who are looking for people, okay? How do you do this? My strategy will be focusing on provinces that have a strong community of French-speaking people, or a province like Quebec, New Brunswick, focus on employers in these communities. Approach them, send them your CV, connect with them on LinkedIn, tell them you're interested to work for them and all of that. And then once you are able to get a job offer, you can now apply. Now, before you apply, the employer has to pay the sum of $230, like I said earlier, to the government that's the compliance fee, okay? He needs to pay. Once you have gotten the job offer, once everything has been done by your employer, he has paid the $230 fee, then you need to proceed to apply for your visa with, of course, the offer letter from your employer, the proof that he has made that payment of $230, and then your exam results and every other document you need to file for your visa. And guess what, guys? You don't need to pass you don't need a score of 7 or 8 in your language test to be able to qualify. Prior to now, for you to pass the language test for this program, you have to have at least a minimum of band 7 score. But with the modification that was done on the 15th of June, all you need is a band 5 or above to be able to apply for this particular route, okay? And guess what? You can come with your family members. That is one interesting thing about the whole thing, the whole program. You can come with your family members, and if you have children who are within the working age, they can actually apply for open work permit to work in Canada. And if they choose to go to school, maybe universities, they can get admission to go to school while they're in Canada. Guys, this is a win-win for you. You don't want to sleep on this. You don't want to lose guard, okay? Take action right now. Take all the necessary steps you need to take. One thing I want to tell you is once a program is announced, you need to hurry up and be amongst the first set of people to take advantage, because once they get a quota, once they're able to get the quota number of people they need for a particular route, they would start making things difficult for people. So this is your chance. It was announced on the 15th. Today is 27th. I would have done this video earlier, but I kept procrastinating on it. I'm sorry, guys. But so take advantage of it. You still have your time. What I always tell people is do your research. I've said mine. Do your research. Go type it. The program is called Francophone Mobility Program. So you can do your research on this program and see what you need. Add to what I've told you and then proceed. Aside from reaching out to employers to see they need your skill at the moment, you can actually also use immigration consultants. There are certain licensed consultants that have these connections, to these employers, okay? But please do your research. So you don't fall into the hands of the wrong people. You don't fall into the hands of someone who will take your money and not do anything for you, because people like to take advantage of announcements like this, okay? So please be careful. Reach out to a licensed consultant. How do you look for them? You can search them online. You can search for them on Instagram, okay? Please make sure that you're looking at their track record, their success stories. How many people have they, have they gotten stuff like this for? You can also if they post people like that, you can reach out to them privately to find out if it's true. Okay, do your research. Take your time. Don't be so much in a hurry that you fall into the wrong hands, okay? So, one more thing I need you to know is that visitors in Canada, maybe you came into Canada with a visitor's visa and you want to stay back. Visitors in Canada can also apply for this program. All you need to do is start doing your research right now. Focus on the provinces where the French-speaking community is strong, where you have a lot of employers, and start applying to them, start reaching out to them, or reach out to any licensed immigration consultant that you are sure can help you, and then, see how you guys can go, because usually the immigration consultants will do this for you at a fee. It's not free usually because it's their job, okay? So guys, take advantage of this information. Act fast before it is stopped. So guys, thank you so much, and I hope that this will help you get the job of your dreams, or get into Canada and achieve your dream of migrating into Canada. Thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There's so much more coming your way in the coming weeks. Subscribe, give those videos a thumbs up. You can also drop comments, drop topics you want me to talk about. Are there areas you want me to talk about, the topics you want me to talk about? You can drop them in the comment section. I'll be willing to share them. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.